All right, so we're going to solve by graphing, and what this means is that we've got to put our lines, and then we've got to shade the correct side of those lines. And let's do that. So y is less than 2x plus 4. So we're going to actually put the line. I'm going to put some dots first, and let me use yellow just because it'll stand out. So I'm going to go up here to 4, right there. That's a point that's on the line. And then we say a slope of 2 means rise 2, run 1, right there. Rise 2, run 1, right there. All the way there. And we'll keep going in this direction as well. Now, the question is, can we make it a solid line or does it need to be a dotted line? Well, it doesn't say or equals. It does not say or equals here. So it's got to be a dotted line. So I'm going to make this dotted line here. Dotted or dashed is another way to say it. Meaning points on the line won't work. And then do we want values above that or below it? And as you can see, y is less than that. So we want to have values less than that. So we're talking about this region of the graph right here. Okay, and now we're going to do it again. And we need to graph this other line. So here's the thing. I think that most of you are most comfortable. And by the way, let me just mark the colors. That was this equation. And I'm going to do this one in this color so you can see which equation we represent there. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to solve it into kind of the slope-intercept form. Minus 2x, minus 2x. I think you're most comfortable using slope-intercept form to graph. You can also do the intercepts of each axis, but I haven't seen a lot of you really kind of connecting with that method. If you do like that method best, then that's great. I really like it too, and you can do it. But I'm not going to rehash it right now. Okay, now we wanted to read y, not negative y. So what we need to do is we need to divide both sides by -1. Every term by -1. What happens when you do that is that at the very moment that that happens, you should be changing the direction of the inequality. Because dividing by -1 or multiplying by really multiplying or dividing by any negative number, not just -1, will switch the direction. And then what do you get? Now that we've switched the direction, it's y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 4. And that's what we're going to graph. So I'm going to use the yellow points again. And we're going to say, okay, where's the intercept? It's at -4 right there. And then from there we rise to, we run 1 right there. Rise to, run 1. Rise to, run 1. Rise to, run 1. And you might notice that since these lines have the exact same slope, we're going to get parallel lines. That doesn't mean there's no solution though, because remember, it's not where they cross, it's the entire region of the graph on one side or the other side of the line. So I'm going to put a line there. Do I want to make it solid or dashed? Well, does it say or equals? It does say or equals. So we can make it solid. So we're going to go like this. I could use my line tool, but I think that this looks fine. And now, do we want values above it or below it? We want values above it because it says y is greater than. And since that's true, we're talking about all of these values up here. Okay? Well, the question for these is, what is the overlap for these two regions? And where you get overlap, I'm going to do it in green because it'll really kind of make it pop, is this whole region here. On this line, for sure. Not on this line, but up to it, dashing a dashed line here. And then everything in between. So this whole region here including, again, on this solid line right here, and not on the dashed line, but everything up to it, this whole space in here, that is where your solution set is going to be. That's it. We've graphed it.